Okay, I'm back. So I'm thinking it's me not finding myself on my computer. Last time that happened, I was on the wrong site, so that's why I wasn't sure this time. So I am going technology. No wonder it's for the young ones. There we go. I think I've got it correctly. Right. Oh my goodness. Anyway, if you're just joining me, I'm Anita Mazziro, independent Stampin' Up demonstrator in Horsham in Victoria. So as I said, it's a nicer day today. It's not as humid. I'm sure the humidity will hit a bit later this afternoon like it has been. I know during the night we had about 95% humidity, so it was shocking to sleep. So that's the way it is. So today I'm going to be working with the Flight and Airy DSP. This is a celebration item which you can earn for free for every $90 that you purchase. And I think when you see this paper, you're going to love it as much as I do. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn the camera around and we will... I've just got to get it to turn around. There we go. Just not finding it where I thought it was. There we go. Onto the screen. Make sure I'm down right. Okay. There we go. So as I said, at the moment we've got our mini catalogue. Our annual catalogue is still going. So anything you purchase out of our mini catalogue or our annual catalogue will go towards your celebration freebies. So the paper I'm using today, as you can see, there's lots of freebies available in the catalogue, but I'm using this, the Flight and Airy. So if you can see it up here in the corner, very, very pretty. But what I'll do is I'll show you the actual paper. I'll just get rid of this for the moment. And this is the paper. Now have a look at this. Absolutely beautiful. You can fussy cut these birds out, or you can use it just as a front piece and add a greeting and some embellishments, and you've got a page. The other side of this is this beautiful Lost Lagoon. Very, very pretty paper there. Then we have these birds all up the tree, up the vine. And this has pecan pie as the background. Oh, fingers jamming. The next one is this beautiful page of birds, which again, this is so easy to fussy cut, so it's not hard to do. And the reverse side is a flirty flamingo petal pink background. Then we have some more flower birds in with the blossoms, and again we've got bubble bath petal pink there, so that should be good. Some more birds again, and this time we've got like the balmy blue misty moonlight background, and then we've got these ones with these beautiful large blossoms, and this has the boho blue on the back with misty moonlight. Now I'm using this one today, which I have fussy cut. So I'll get these out of the way. So the dies I'm using are the Scallop Contour. It's just this one die here that I've used for the background of our page. And the stamp set that I've used is the Perennial Postage stamp set. Absolutely beautiful sentiments. I love the mixed font and how that they're so good to mix through. So you can cut them up if you wish to, or you can fussy cut them, or you can use the dies that come with the Perennial Postage, which is different size squares. I'll just reach over for them. So the Perennial Postage dies are these. So you can see you've got beautiful squares, tag toppers, and then this one, I don't know if you can see it there, is actually embossed. Now, I'm not sure if I've got the light right. I'm just hoping to see it on my camera that you can see the embossing. So it's quite embossed, and that can be used for anything. So they're the dies and the stamp sets that I'm using today. I've done a lot of the cutting out preparation in advance because I didn't think you wanted to see me fussy cut the birds, because I had to take my time with it. So this is what we've got. So thick basic white, whisper white's no longer, 21 centimetres by 14.9, scored at 10.5. I then have a piece which I have embossed with this lovely, I've forgotten the name of it. Should have it right in front of me, and I don't know. I thought I might have it right within arm's reach, but I don't. So this is a brickwork one. I think it's called Bricks and Mortar. I'm not 100% sure on that. So it's a lovely one there. I've cut this piece of white cardstock, and this is just the normal basic white, and I've cut this at 10.3 by 14.6. So just a fraction smaller than the front. I then have a piece of bubble bath, and this is 9 centimetres by 13.3. I then have a piece of the DSP, which is the blues on the background, and this one is 13.1 centimetres by 8.7. And then I have the scallop contour die, and that will go in the middle there. And then I'll fussy cut it, this beautiful bird and flower. So it took me a little bit of time because I wanted to make sure I got as much as the white away from the paper, and so without damaging it. I could have just cut around and left a lot of white, but I really wanted the white to be gone, and you'll see why when I do put the card together. I've also saved a piece from the bottom. And don't ever throw these scraps away because they're well worth hanging on to. Hi Jacinta, I hope you're enjoying your lunch. I'm sure that's going to be nice at the moment. Are you busy at the bakery? So that piece will be for the inside. I've then taken 2 of the sentiments from the perennial postage, and I'll fussy cut around them. They're embossed in white on the black. So I've just done that so that you can see what to be done. And then I've got this beautiful pink ribbon, and this comes from one that was very hidden in the annual catalogue. It's called the Sheer Ribbon Combo Pack, and just have a look at these colours. You've got this beautiful, I'd say, Azure Afternoon blue. You've got the Lemon Lolly lemon, and then you've got the Bubble Bath pink, and they're just beautiful. And the only reason I discovered them was I saw another demonstrator that I was watching doing something with it. And I thought, oh, where were they? So there are always little hidden gems within the catalogue that we do miss. And I'm sure there's still stuff I haven't found yet. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to glue this flat to the front of my card. Just better make sure I've got my watch to do not disturb, because it's trying to pick up what I'm saying, and you don't want Suri answering questions, that's for sure. Or saying what she says to me quite a lot, I did not understand. Do you have that problem? I don't know if you have it, one of those watches. So that's what I'm going to do, just very plain, with just the fraction of the border around the edge. I could have sponged it, but I decided I'm not going to. I want to keep that plain. It's more to highlight the front of the card. Then I'll glue these 2 pieces together. I'm just making sure that I'm in view, because I do know I am inclined to wander back and forth and drop down and try to keep the view from it. And this, because I've only just got the smallest of margins, and you know, I used to have a 0.5 of a centimetre margin, but lately I've enjoyed having these fine margins that will just pick up on your card. So there's that layer. Now, before I put anything else down, I want to work on this. Now, I'm going to sponge the background, and I think that the... yes, I'm sure there's always something going on at your place, Jacinta. So now I'm going to sponge the background, and I'm going to keep in the pink theme, and I'm going to just sponge the background with some bubble bath. Now, I don't need it to be over heavy, and this is our joining special for anyone that wants to join my team, because this is fabulous. So I can start off over here, and because the pink's so light, you really can't tell that I've got it on the page. So I'm just going to get the pink, and I just want the hint of colour, not dominant, just the hint. And I am picking up the pink, so I'm just wanting a little bit more down here. So as you can see, it's not a lot, it's just the hint of colour. Probably a little bit dark in once, but I might just put a little bit more on. Just put a little bit more up the top here. That's a bit better. Doesn't have to be uniform, it's just to have the colour. And so the beauty of this glass mat is that I've done my tapping off, and I'll just take my little chamois that it comes with, and it picks it up. I just keep my chamois in one of our little containers. I don't close it tight because otherwise it will begin to smell. And then when it dries out, which it's starting to, because you can see that it's a little bit stiff there, I just run under the tap and give it a clean. Okay, now this is why I wanted to use the pink and why I was choosing to cut all the way around, just to help bring that colour behind the bird. So what I'm going to do is get my dimensionals, and I've got to look at where I'm going to be putting them, because I've got such a large flower, it does spread over the page. I could have turned it this way and had it go this way, but I just liked more hanging off. Next time I make one, I will try one the other way. No, actually, we might do it today. How's that? We might just do one. What do you think? We might turn the... This is creating on the fly today. Yeah, I think we'll do that way. We'll turn it on the landscape view. So it's something very different. So now that I've changed the way I'm going to have it, I've got to carefully look at where I'm going to put my dimensionals. Sorry, I'm going. So definitely behind the bird. A couple behind the bird. Pop one behind this flower. And put one up here, making sure that it doesn't show through. Just checking with these large ones to make sure I've got them all in the right spot. One there, one there. And I'll put one over here. And one over here. And I think I might use a couple of little ones for this one. Just add some little ones to fill in where I haven't got the big ones. And just one more in the middle there. Okay, so I'll remove the backs. be very careful not to damage the DSP by clipping it, and I'm trying not to stick to the dimensionals. I'm going to very carefully lay this in place, just like so. So at the moment I have not pressed on it, I've just laid it on there. And there's my bird. Just slightly over, but that won't matter because I'm going to put dimensionals on the back of that. And I'm only going to put in each quarter because it's quite weighty in the middle, and that helps to flatten it out a little bit. I'll take that off. Now I'll adhere this right side up, and I probably should have thought about my DSP underneath because it's actually going to be on the slant, but anyway, I think it's busy enough there. Oops, that needs a little one underneath. So if you find that you have to put one on a little bit later, it's not going to work. Just grab my scissors. So I'm going to use a tiny little slither from the side because it's very fine there. And I'll just plonk that in place. All fingers and thumbs at the moment. Just doesn't want to play games with me, so I'll make sure I get the sticky side. And the reason I can't get it to stick because the paper is on both sides, so how silly is that? That's why it wouldn't stick. So I'll remove that. I'll use my pick tool very carefully, adhere that to the back and pop that in place. So there we go. Actually, I think even though I've got the paper running one direction and this is the other direction, I still think I can get away with this quite nicely. So now I'm going to put dimensionals on the back of this. And again, I'm probably only going to do the 4 corners so that when it's going through the mailbox and postage, it's not too many high, because that's quite thick there in the middle. So this is turning out very different to what I started off doing. I've got a couple of things the wrong way, but anyway, it's okay. Give us a look. All right, now we're going to decide on the sentiment. And I'm just thinking, do I just want a little one like this? Or do I put one like that? So tell me what you think. Do you think I should use the narrow one? Go across like so? Or use the bigger one, which probably could, no, I like the bigger one. Sit in there, and I'll have my ribbon over on this side. So what do you think? Hey, any opinions? Sending love, or thank you for your friendship? I think I'll go for the sending love. Oh, I don't know. I can't make up my mind. Yeah, I think I'll go sending love. So I'll take that. And I'll pop some mini dimensionals underneath. Actually, I probably don't need one there. I'll lift this one up here because that'll need just a little bit of glue because this is already up on dimensionals. Unless I move it. I think I'll put it back and I'll leave it down the bottom here. I don't know. So I'll take that and just sit it like so. What do you think? I'll just make my bow a little bit smaller. This ribbon is so easy to tie. It's absolutely lovely. And I'll just trim off my ends. And I'll just get a glue dot. Pop the glue dot on behind. And then I'm going to pop that on. There we go. So there you go with that. So then what I'm going to do is take this little bottom piece and just pop a little bit of glue. And remember, with our green glue, everything goes a long way. You don't need a lot of glue because it spreads. I'm just going to put a little bit of glue on the back here. I'm just going to take that and I'm going to put that in there. And see, you're not wasting any of your paper by doing that because it just sits in there and it just brightens up the inside of your page. So there's that particular card that I've made. So I've got a few to show you. I did these ones where they've been the other way. So this one's in the blue is very similar to what I started out with this. These two didn't have any backing. I've just done them slightly different. So that's those. Get rid of that little. And then I've played around where I've cut one of the little birds out. Thank you, Jacinta. I thought it turned out really well, even though I've changed it around and I've got things going the opposite direction. I'm actually not too bad. I know one thing I haven't done yet, and just got to grab it, is Winker Stella of my bird. I'm going to give the chest a little bit of Winker Stella just there on the yellow, and put some dimensionals on. Cannot do a card without dimensionals. So I'm just going to pop just a few little dimensionals on there just to give a little bit of light. And they were the polished dots. I hope they're still in the catalogue. So there's there. And then I did one here using these beautiful labels, dies, which for the top, off the top of my head, I cannot remember. And if I reach over to the catalogue, which happens to be sitting on the floor, those particular dies were, and when now that I want to find them, they're not where I thought they were. Thoughtful Expressions on page, where's the page? I'm 62. So the Thoughtful Expressions are these dies here. They came with these, but the dies are just amazing, and that's what I've used. So they're from the Poetic Expressions bundle or suite. So there's just a sample of the cards, different papers, different looks, and it just shows that it's such a versatile set. Thanks, Cherry. Yeah, the papers, the softness of the paper are just beautiful, because you don't have to do anything. Oh, well, I don't think you have to do anything with them. I think it speaks enough for itself. So I've done them differently. This has just been on some of that shimmer paper that we've got out at the moment, and I've just embossed white on that, so you can, I don't know if you can see the shimmer on it or not. And then on this one I've just used a little label, and I've done the leaves in the lemon lolly. And lemon lolly isn't a colour that is advertised in this set. I've got all the colours, excuse the scraps, but these are the colours in the papers. So you've got boho blue, bubble bath, calypso coral, which surprised me, that's why I used it there, crumb cake, daffodil delight, flirty flamingo, fresh freesia, garden green, lost lagoon, misty moonlight, pecan pie, and soft sea foam. So what a great array of colours that these papers lend themselves to. They are absolutely amazing. So any of those colours will go really nice. And like I would have thought, no, calypso coral was not, until I did it. And then, as I said, I used lemon lolly with that one instead of daffodil delight. And because I didn't read the back. So I hope you like what I've done today. It's a very quick video, but there was next to no stamping involved in this particular card. And as I said, you can play with this paper as much as you like. I've got plenty of die cuts that I've been cutting out of the birds, single birds, the birds like this, and I think if I can reach over I might find. So this is what I've got left of what I haven't cut out. And where are they? So I've even got these beautiful birds when they're cut out. They really make a difference. So I'm going to play with them and make some more cards, because I think this paper's too nice to leave. So I want to use it all up. So anyway, I'll flip the camera around. Always got to remember where this button is. It's never where I think it is. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed them. Oh, good luck, Jacinta. Enjoy the rest of the day at work. So anyway, I will say goodbye, and hopefully to catch you guys next week, and we will see what I can come up with next week. Thanks everyone for watching. Bye.